Hi everyone, Kristen here. The craft that I chose for our assignment is wood burning slash pyrography. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Um, wood burning. What wood burning is a type of art which is burning designs into pieces of wood. Um, It's been around for quite a while, actually. They said it's kind of like what cavemen did when they etched in designs into the rocks. Um, and you can do a lot of different stuff with the solid point burner, which is this right here, which is hot. I have it on. The reason I chose this craft is it's a craft that I've been interested in doing, but I just never invested the time and money into doing it because, like any type of craft, it takes time and patience to learn it, and I really don't have the time and patience to do it. But with this class, it's kind of glad that I was able to do it for fun. So the tools that you will need for wood burning is carbon transfer paper to trace out your design, solid point burner, which is this, and it has a dial, which is this right here, and I already have it on, so it's on the correct I can't even think on the right setting, and then a piece of wood. So I did this earlier and I tried to upload my video, but it wouldn't upload it, so I have to redo my video. So all I did was, so I have my design, which I threw away, but all I did was I laid the carbon paper down and put my design on top and just traced it out. And it would leave, oh, as you can see, it would leave the markings so I know where I need to burn. So this should be hot. And you, with a solid point burner, you need to let it heat up for about 4 to 5 minutes. It's been close to 4 to 5 minutes. Let's see. It should, if I'm correct, it should get hot. Yeah, it's, as you can see, you see the little smoke. Let me get the ones that it's hard to see it. But yeah, and then this is pretty much the completed. I tried to shade on the inside, and it's really hard to use or to do. I haven't fully grasped that how to do it yet, but with anything it takes practice. So describe your experience of learning and completing the craft. After watching a couple of beginner videos, it looked fairly easy, like anything would, but after doing it, it's a little challenging for me, and I do all types of crafts, but this is a new technique and a new craft that I've never learned, and through time I will get better. But the thing, but by completing it and doing it, it's rewarding. It's knowing, okay, I was able to start to finish without any struggles or issues. I mean, other than trying to get in, be able to maneuver using such a fine tip. What was easy or difficult? What I found was easy was just tracing my design onto my wood, but just using the carbon paper and tracing out the design. The difficult thing that I found was using the solid point burner. I mean, if you've never used it before, or just don't know how to use the different tips, that can be challenging. And also, I used a very difficult font, and I think if it was a bigger font and more simple, I probably wouldn't have had a hard time. As you can see, kind of went out of the lines, out of the line that I used. Describe the 2 challenging steps you encountered in completing the craft. One was trying to use the solid point burner to burn the pointed ends or even rounded ends. Like on the bee, that was kind of hard to do, to maneuver using. And like I said, it could be I'm not using the right tip. Let's see, what does the final project mean to me? I love to do arts and crafts, and to be able to learn a new technique or learn how to do a new craft is a good, good, because I feel like, okay, I didn't do so well the first time, maybe if I try again I'll do better. But I plan on continuing to continue wood burning. How is your craft a reflection of your social and cultural background? Doing any type of arts and crafts, I got my passion from my mom. She was kind of the one that taught me how to do a lot of different crafts, baking, sewing. Not so much, she's never done wood burning before. This would be something new to her, but she grew up in her culture. She's Vietnamese, and her parents pushed her to learn, take etiquette classes, take cooking classes, take sewing classes, and she always said that she would never push us to do stuff like that. If we wanted to learn, she would teach us, and that's just by watching her do all types of crafts. Like I said, baking, sewing. I would sit there and watch her, and then she would teach me how to do it, and it would get frustrating because I want to get it right away, but I've learned over time sometimes you have to, it takes time, it takes practice, and continually do it, and the motivation that you're like, I want to do this, I want to get this right, it will happen. What ideas do you have about the type of clients this activity could benefit? I would say people who have like carpal tunnel. I think it would help them with the. I mean, when you have carpal tunnel, you have wrist issues. But using the fine point, you have to control the motion, your hand and wrist motions, because depending on the design, how difficult or how easy the design is, that could help them. Somebody who has issues, strengthening their hand, or probably tremors, people with tremors, to be able to control, like, focus, like hand-eye coordination, focusing on, okay, the design, and trying to focus and control their hand or their tremors, to be able to draw out or sketch out the design. And the good thing is, it doesn't have to be perfect. How could you grade this activity up or down? To grade up, I would maybe use a difficult design, something more detailed, where they have to really use the burner and get in there and burn out the design, or even use a smaller piece of wood, so it's a little, the design is smaller, and because the wood's smaller, the design's smaller, so you have to get in there. A way to grade down is using a bigger piece of wood, a bigger, not so detailed design. Yeah, that's pretty much my craft. I really enjoy doing this, and I hope to improve with time. So I hope you guys like it, and I hope it helped. So yeah, bye.